Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fishing North Atlantic. Now, we aren't way the hell down here anymore. We are up here, and what I decided to do is it's kind of like a test. So this here is all herring, and this here is all squid. And I thought, you know what? Let's see what line gets more fish. And what better way to do it than to put it almost next to each other. So, it's kind of our test. Just see what one's better. Now, I don't necessarily know if this is fair or not fair, but I mean, I figured this is about as close to fair as you can get. I mean, if you guys have any more, any ideas down, or any ideas, let me know in the comments below. But, as of right now, we're off to a good start with the squid, or the herring. Oh my god, this is going to be a bad day. Oh boy. But anyway, I think honestly, this should be a very good test. Because like, if you guys are wondering as well, maybe I can help you out. But I think, my honest opinion, I think the herring is going to do better. Just because of the fact of the tuna. The tuna weighs more, hence more money. 1,600 right off the bat. So what we're going to be doing to make it fair, to make everything nice and even, is after 20 lines of all the herring, so we're going to write that down so that we can remember, and we're going to go up and minus it and stuff like that, because I'm not good at math. Well, I mean, I'm good at math with time, but I'm not necessarily good at, all the other numbers that are involved in the thousands. But anyway, let's just get it going and see. Now, hopefully, like I said, all this is just for money. We need money. We need money. We got a big $12 million loan that we took from the bank to get the Hermes, if you didn't know that. And then we have another $1.8 million loan that we took out. For some reason, I can't necessarily remember why we took out the small loan, but we did anyway. And so that's why, we have $12 million, but we need $13,750,000 so we can pay off the loan. Now, I know that I can also do this faster trawling. I do understand that. But just because of the fact that we have a shit ton of quota for tuna, we have 200,000 pounds left, basically, and swordfish we have 400,000 pounds left, basically. And so, I just decided that we might as well just do this, because it's also a little bit faster as well. It's more easier to get the boat filled up, a lot more money. Not necessarily a lot more money, but as soon as you get all the fish and then you divide by how long you go, it's more money. The last video this week that went out on Monday took me an hour and 21 minutes to record. That's without the time lapse. So it's kind of hard to think about what you want to talk about as well. Like with me, I've been talking about trucking stories lately. That's just because I had a comment below suggesting that I do that, and that I talk more about it. So that's what I've been doing. So that gives me something to talk about. But sometimes, there's not necessarily anything to talk about. I mean, what really is there to talk about, especially in the world that we have today? So, honestly, that's, no fun. Boy, howdy. Christmas is right around the corner. It is same day as yesterday's video. It is December 15th, Tuesday, December 15th. It is 14:14 p.m., so 1,400 hours and 14 minutes. So, a little bit later, I guess you could say. But we're doing fine. We got 5 lines already. We got 7,900 pounds of fish, so we're doing all right. We're definitely averaging 1,000 pounds per line. That is for damn sure. Over 1,000 pounds a line, especially the 3 tuna going up. Oh yeah, we'll be doing fine. So that squid line has a lot to make up. And honestly, I think the swordfish is more harder to catch anyway, just because they weigh less, I'm guessing. I mean, 1,600 pounds. I bet this one's going to be about 1,550 pounds. Let's go with a round number, so it will be wrong. Let's see how good I am. I don't know what that was. So let's see. Catch. Oh, 1,700 pounds. Oh man, I was way off. I was 200 pounds under. 246 pounds under. Which is a good thing. It's good to be under what you estimated than above. So yeah, we're definitely going to be over the 1,000-pound mark per 10 lines. We're going to be getting 10,000 pounds right now, actually. So hopefully this line will be, about 30,000 pounds. So that line can be about 20,000, hopefully. And then we'll be pulling in about 50,000. Now, the most I've ever hauled in this boat is 70,000 pounds, which was $1.4 million. So, because of that, hopefully we'll be doing all right. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot's been going on. Like today, I'm off today. Honestly, it is a kind of a ridiculous situation, and I'll let you know a little bit of it. Basically what happened was that I got a promotion, and I was like, sweet, cool, whatever. And because of that promotion, brought on a lot more paperwork and everything else, and I was like, you know what, I don't necessarily want to do it. And it was only for 50 cents an hour. And I was like, you know what, well, 50 cents more an hour, I should say. And like triple, quadruple the work, and I'm not afraid to work. Let's just get that out of the air. I'm not afraid of work, I'll get my hands dirty, whatever. But for 50 cents and times 4 or 5 amount of work, I said, it ain't worth it. So, because of that, I stepped back down. I was getting trained for it, but I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll step back down before anything, really catastrophic happens. And, well, that happened. And now, my hours got cut from about 40 hours a week to, like, 20. Not even kidding. And so the last week I got 4 days, so I had a shit ton of time off. And this week I have 2. Yeah, not real happy about it. So I've been talking with my boss, and she's like, "Oh well, everything's fine. Yeah, no hard feelings." And I'm like, "Bullshit." So because that's going on, my hours have been cut and everything else, and just be honest with me. That's all I want to be, Like I told her in the interview, I said, I'll be honest, I won't lie to you, everything else. Whatever I know, you'll know. And, yeah, she did not hold up to the end of the bargain, let me tell you. So, yeah. So I've been looking for another job lately and stuff like that, and it's just it's crazy. Now, of course, a lot of people don't want to hear all the dirty laundry, but I mean, is what it is. I mean, there's not much we can do about it, but anyway, that's basically what these videos have turned into, is me bitching and moaning about trucking and now my other job. So hopefully, that'll stop here shortly. And also, y'all can comment down below in the comments below and, bitch and moan, and I'll read them, because why not? I'll read them and give them my 2 cents, but you can either take it, leave it, do whatever. Man, I'll tell you what, talking all the time makes you thirsty. You wouldn't necessarily understand that either, but it does. It makes you thirsty. Well, look at all the tuna down there. There's 3 tuna, 1 swordfish, and 1 cod, I think. A lot of cod in this one little area. Now, here's a question for y'all, and I want you guys to answer down below in the comments once you watch it. Hopefully you can get to this little point. Should we get the lunar bow, something or whatever? Should we get it? Because we could go after pollock, and we could go after mackerel. And mackerel right now is actually doing quite fine in the money aspect. Let's go here. 1 pound, but you can catch like 80,000 pounds of it. So that's not necessarily great. But if you got 800,000 pounds of it at $1.08 from that one port, you'll be doing all right. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to get that boat or just stay on the Hermes, or let me know. was gonna name this boat something else too, but I just didn't. I didn't decide that I wanted to, so I didn't. I did have some cool names in the comments that y'all have suggested, and I did read them all, but I just figured those for crab boats, and I didn't necessarily think that it was for a sword and tuna boat. But who knows? Let's see. Also, what we could be doing right now, since these guys are getting all the lines up, is we can look at how the YouTube channel is doing so far. So you have my my honest opinion. Now we got a new subscriber 13 hours ago. Thank you, Ray Pez. Ray Pez. I think that's what their name is. And Alan, of course, thank you for all the comments and stuff like that. Let's see. Kayak Tim, thank you much for that comment last night. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, if y'all ever want to, comment and do whatever, I mean, of course, subscribe and stuff like that. But anyway, if you guys want to comment and whatnot, and figure out stuff about me, let me know. Just comment down below, and I'll, definitely get back to you as soon as I can. Let's see here. Thor Even Hendrickson, thank you much for subscribing about a week ago. Let's see here. Now, Robert, he wanted me to call the crab boat North Star, which I did think about, honestly, but just because it took so long to make the crabbing videos, I didn't want to do that anymore. Mike, thank you, Mike, for subscribing 2 weeks ago. Now, of course, I'd never do this, but I just felt like giving back, and thanking everybody. Mr. William, thank you much, 3 weeks ago. So thanks for being around for a while. Let's see, anybody else? Robert, thank you for subscribing. And Fuzzy Bear Dog. Oh boy, y'all have some interesting names out there. But anyway, thank you so much for that. That was, how long ago was that? That was a month ago. So y'all been around for a while. And if you guys want me to, do that and give you shout outs or whatever, let me know in the comments below. Now, of course, like if you have your first and last name, I'll only say your first name, just because of, I don't want other people, creeping on you and stuff like that. So I'll just say your first name, unless it's something weird, like, like I just said, Fuzzy Bear Dog. I mean, sure, I'll just say the whole name, because I don't believe anybody's name is Fuzzy Bear Dog. I mean, it could, but I don't think so. So we'll definitely see. Let's see how the channel's doing as of right now. We got 6 views in 2 hours, that's good. Goody. Thank you. We got 48 views a day ago on not 1, not 2, but 3 million. Honestly, I was trying to debate on what that video title was gonna be, and I couldn't think of anything. I honestly couldn't think of anything. And when I thought about it, I was like, well, it wasn't 1 million and it wasn't 2 million, but I could very well do not 1, not 2, but 3 million. And now a lot of people will say, oh, well, you didn't get $3 million from it. Not necessarily, but it did get close. And what I mean by getting close is that we had I think it was like 2.6 million or something like that. But if you take all the wages from the workers and you add that in, plus everything else, it was damn near 3 million. So that's why I named it that. But anyway, now of course I have a lot of other subscribers. We're up to 57 subscribers now, and I honestly never thought I'd see 50. So everything, ever since I started uploading these videos here of Fishing North Atlantic, it exploded. It absolutely exploded. I had 22 at the beginning. The very first video, I had 22 subscribers, and in 30, this is going to be 36 or 37, I have 57 subscribers. So it literally doubled in 30 days. And I honestly cannot thank you enough for giving me a shot and subscribing and everything else. So thank you much. It does absolutely mean a lot. Like I said, the comments and everything else that y'all do for me, all the likes, all the shares and everything else, truly does mean a lot to me. So thank you much. And I know every YouTuber says it, and even I listen to it like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I get annoyed too, but I truly do mean it, which everybody else says. And honestly, when I first started this, I did not expect to get it. I didn't. I mean, I was just, like I said, I keep calling myself a weirdo because I am. I like to have fun. I like to joke around and stuff like that. And sarcasm is definitely number one on the list. But honestly, that's what that's who I am. I like to joke around and stuff like that. And so, I wanted to get on here and and share that to see if anything would come from it. And honestly, 57 people watching me that I don't know is absolutely remarkable. On the terms of YouTubers, I'm a nobody, which is fine, completely fine. But honestly, like, I couldn't be anywhere without y'all. Couldn't be anywhere without you guys watching and everything else. And so, I don't care if you get mad about me telling you thank you all the time or what, but I will do it all the time just because of the fact of this was not necessarily the biggest dream I ever had, but it definitely is one of them that, like, one of the bucket list things I wanted to do. And so here I am doing it, and that's all I can do. So, anyway, let's get on. We have 35,791 pounds after 20 lines. So if we even get close to 35,791, so we would need 71,580 pounds to match, which we can do. We can do it, but it'll be close. It'll be close indeed. Boy, howdy. My brother's texting me. I invited him over for dinner. We're having pancakes and sausage and eggs and bacon and stuff like that. Basically all the stuff that needs to be eaten. And, I haven't had pancakes in a long time. And what I mean by a long time, I mean like probably years. Yeah, years probably. And honestly, because of that, it's because of the fact that we could cook anything in the truck. We had my gal made me buy a like $350 Ninja Foodie thing, which cooks, so it like air fries, it dehydrates, it slow cooks, it pressure cooks, all this fancy stuff. And honestly, if you all are in the semi and you're driving across country and so on and so forth, or even local, well, not necessarily local because you go home all the time, but if you guys are, if you all have a sleeper and you drive for like weeks, away from home, 5 days, whatever, and you have an inverter over 2,000, which not everybody has, but my inverter in the truck was 2,000. I did have a fridge, a microwave, and this Ninja Foodie thing. And what we'd do is we'd unplug everything, so the Ninja Foodie would be on alone. And normally what we would actually do is I'd use it while we were driving down the road. So she would get up and start making dinner, and we did stuff like that. And then by the time we stopped, we'd eat dinner and then basically go to bed, or eat dinner and then drive a little longer and then go to bed. But honestly, this thing is absolutely fantastic. We did have one before, and what happened was that of course you get the warranty, and we had like a 2 or 4 year warranty, something like that. And what happened is that where the pot goes inside the little machine medallion thing, the sensor at the very bottom, somehow that busted. And it very well could have been from all the bumps and everything else that was happening inside the truck when we were driving down the road. But it wasn't like registering that the pot was inside the machine. And so what we had to do is we had to send it all the way back out to New York to get it fixed at. And basically what they did was like, oh, well, it's unreplaceable, or unfixable, so get another one. And so what they did was they sent us back the money that we bought it at, and then everything else, and then we paid like $40 for this new one. And this new one is absolutely fantastic. It has been, we basically use it for everything. We, cook pinto beans in it. We cook soups and stews and everything else in it. Cook hot dog or corn dogs, everything. Everything you can, basically cook is what we cooked in this stupid thing. And it's absolutely fantastic. It is expensive, but when you eat corn dogs out of a microwave forever, it gets soggy and whatnot. And honestly, it's not the greatest. So what we did was that we got this Ninja Foodie, and the first time we ever had it, we air fried a corn dog. And oh my god, after you eat an air fried or fried corn dog, you can never go back to a microwave, unless you're in a hurry. But I mean, honestly, it is a world of difference. And if you really want something that is good, get a Ninja Foodie. Now, of course, I'm not getting promoted or promotion or whatever, sponsored, whatever the hell you want to call it. Honestly, it's just, whatever helped me out when I was on the road, I will tell you. Now, honestly, I like backing up in tight spots too. I like to say that I cheated, because if it was real tight, instead of hitting something, I'd kick my gal out, and then she'd call me on the phone, and so I never hit anything. And it's just easier that way, less paperwork, less write-ups, so on and so forth. And so not everybody can do that, but honestly, my gal, she won't let me go out on the road alone, just because of the fact of, she says I don't take care of myself. But whatever. I mean, that's besides the point. But yeah, I mean, like, just little things, not everybody gets to know what you need out on the road. Not everybody gets to, all that knowledge or advice or experience points or whatever you want to call it. So, if you guys, if any of you are on the road, or any of you were thinking about getting a CDL and driving out there on the road, if you want any tips and tricks or whatever, let me know in the comments below. I do know there's a few truck drivers in the subscribers, and maybe they can even shout out to some, and help you out as well. But I mean, it's a different breed. I will grant you that one. I mean, you're alone all the time. I mean, even though you're getting yelled at, it's only through a cell phone, and stuff like that. So you're alone all the time. When I was a little kid, I always said that I was going to get a big jar of tuna, or a big case of tuna, mayonnaise, and mustard. That's all I was ever going to have, and I was just going to eat that over and over and over again. And this is like 4 or 5 years old. Well, I didn't do that because, no thank you. After eating pinto beans for about 5 days straight, it's time for something else. Hell, even after 2 or 3 days, it's like, okay, I'm done. And so yeah, after that, you just learn how to force yourself to eat something else. It doesn't matter what. And so yeah, I mean, just stuff like that. If you could get a truck, like if the company you have and you can buy your own mini fridge, honestly, get one with a fridge and a freezer. I mean, it's 100,000% better. But the only thing is that you got to really watch it, because my truck, it got so hot in there, because some of the rest areas that you go to, you can't idle the truck, especially in Washington, California. So a lot of them you can't run the truck, and so it gets super fucking hot in there. And so because it gets so hot in there, that you just you run you have fans inside the cab, even when the windows open, it doesn't matter. So you have fans, and this one time I was almost to Centralia, Washington, just north of Centralia. There's a rest area there, and I stopped there, and honestly, I ran I ran the fans for 10 hours, and the flippin' ass batteries died. You have 4 batteries on a semi, and they died. It wouldn't start the truck. Yeah, I was real happy about that one. And So then I had to get jump started and so on and so forth. So you got to really watch out for that one. Now, of course, we had two running because upstairs the upper bunk was always hotter. So, but honestly, in the wintertime, you don't necessarily have to worry about it because the bunk heater, you don't have to worry about that one. It runs off diesel and everything else. Or at least I don't think it runs down the battery. I never really had it on, to be royally honest with you, because my gal, she has, menopause or something at 23. And she always overheats all the time. So, I never had, she was always hot, so I never had the bunk heater on. I just doubled up on blankets, like 4 or 5 of them, and yeah, we're good to go. And she's the heater of the relationship. I'm just the freezer. I'm the freezer, she's the heater. That's how it works. Mainly how it always works, honestly, with a man and woman. The woman's always the freaking heater, and well, maybe not always, but at least my gal is. My gal's the heater. She's like, "Oh, your hand's cold." And I'm like, "What the hell are they not?" She's like, "Okay, put them on my face." Because I'm hot. And it's like, oh my god, it's like 50 degrees in the fucking house. I don't know how the hell you're hot, but whatever. The coldest I've seen in this apartment, not even kidding you, was 45 degrees. And yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, well, you need to get up and start doing stuff." I was like, who the hell wants to wake up with sub temperatures outside? I'll just lay in my bed that's nice and warm. She's a crazy one, let me tell you. But hey, I couldn't get a year down the road without her. She probably saved my life more than anything. She's the one who told me to pull over and go to bed. She's the one who made me food so I didn't starve to death and stuff like that. Filled up my water bottle so I didn't go thirsty. She helped me out a lot, more than I can ever thank her for. Even though she drives me fucking mad. Couldn't do anything without her, so. Don't tell her I said that, though. It's our little secret. I don't know if she's home or not. I don't think she's home. So hopefully she doesn't watch this video. She normally doesn't watch my videos, honestly, unless I make her. So, it's kind of interesting, I do know my brother watches them, so how'd do? My brother's wife actually got mad at me one day because I said that she didn't do anything, and I didn't know I said that. So, she still doesn't do anything, but, that Claire monkey there, my niece, she's almost 1. Next month she'll be 1 on the 22nd. And, it's absolutely crazy. That little thing is just growing up like a weed is what my grandma says, and she loves to play with things, of course, because she's a baby. But she, like the strings on your sweatshirt, she absolutely loves to pick them up. And then so when she looks at me, I say no, and then she looks at my eyeballs and then picks it up anyway and tries to eat it. And so, I say no, and then she, almost cries. And it's like, really? You're just gonna cry, And I say, get over it. And, but yeah, she's a freaking, she's a fantastic kid. Not even, not even lying. Just because of the fact of, so, my gal, she said that her sister, so she was 11 when her parents had her sister, and she said that she cried all the time, so on and so forth, and wasn't necessarily a bad kid, just wasn't a fantastic quiet one. And so my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, she has GBS, which is Guillain-Barré syndrome. I think I said that right, but anyway, I don't necessarily know exactly what it does, but what ultimately happens is that your brain decides that it doesn't want to talk to the nerves anymore, and basically you're paralyzed. Long story short, I think I put it the right way. If my brother watches this, I'm sure he'll call me and then bitch at me because I got it wrong. But anyway, besides the point. So basically the brain just says, screw you, and tries to eat itself. And so she dealt with this and having a baby and puking all the time and so on and so forth. And, it's not a very well known syndrome. and stuff like that. So hopefully me talking about this will like give you a little bit of insight. I mean, it happens that men and women, as far as I know, they did join a little club thing on Facebook that talks about it and all that stuff. But honestly, I don't know much of it. And so now, she was completely paralyzed in the hospital. To be honest with you, it looked like she had a stroke. So she was, in the hospital for like 3 months after the baby was born, and she had complications with the pregnancy. And oh my God, the list goes on and on. I think she's just trying to be a, attention person at that time. But no, being in all seriousness, it was a really kind of scary moment, honestly. And of course, when my niece was born, I was in Montana getting towed, so I wasn't even in the same fucking state. And so all that was going on, and I was living through text messages of like how everybody was doing the whole time she was recovering and everything else. And it's been almost a year that all that's happened, and now she's come a long way. Honestly, she really has. She is now walking. Sometimes she still falls and gets really weak and stuff like that. But she's up and walking around, decorating the house for Halloween and Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So she's really progressing forward. Honestly, better than any of us thought that she would. And I think even herself, she's surprising herself. And so it's really good. I'm really glad to see her coming back like that, and so on and so forth. And so if anybody that has GBS, just know that you can get better, with physical therapy and everything else. Hopefully, now I don't know if she had a very severe case or minor case. I'm not fully aware. But hopefully, everybody that has this GBS thing can come back and be the, full person that they were or once was, like my sister-in-law. Because honestly, she couldn't do anything for herself, and it really sucks because she's 29 now, 29 and so she was 28 when it all happened, and that's pretty young to have lost everything, but so now she's back and everything. She can take care of the kid, and she's been taking care of the kid since she got home, just not necessarily all by herself, but now she is, and so she's been doing good. But anyway, like I said, if you guys have any people that that has GBS or anything, it's a very severe thing, and hopefully they do all right with it and everything else, and just know that it does get better eventually, hopefully. So, because we're on the last line, I guess we better figure out where we're going to go. All the prices are basically just dead. 18 and 17, 19 and 14, 18 and 15. Oh my God. Looks like we might have to go to Ingleshead. Lunenburg, of course. Has to be the freaking farthest. Okay, so we're going to Ingleshead. Oh, boy, howdy. Let's go to Ingleshead, and of course it's got to be super far away. And then, honestly, so right now the herring is definitely the best. And honestly, just because, like I thought, the tuna weighs more. But, I mean, that is not bad at all. We're going to have about, probably, if I had to guess, 63,500 pounds. And, we can't complain. Can't complain from that. So let's see here. We'll figure that out. Yep, 63,866 pounds. So that's not bad. The herring definitely did better. But, I ain't going to complain too much about it. I mean, we're still going to get probably 1.2 million, I'm guessing. Now, I was hoping that the tuna prices would be up to $20 a pound, but it's definitely not. But, we have to do what we can. So I'm going to say about 1 million. 1.1 million, yeah, right there. And of course, we paid $28,185, bucks to to the crew. And Pearl there, Pearl Myerland, got 16,000. But anyway, I mean, not bad. We did lose. Well, I mean, we didn't necessarily lose money, but we did good on the swordfish, but not necessarily the tuna. But now we're back at the $13 million, and I forgot to put them in bed. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to me ramble again. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And like I said, if you want to talk to me in the comments below, comment down below, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.